Like I said, I was being protected or something like that, and I was in Germany. And like I said, the initial strikes on Germany, the initial first strike on Germany. Actually, like I said, I didn't actually order the initial first strike. Initially, what was happening is the American government or JFK was doing first strike on Germany. And like I said, Germany was very well defended. I believe the Filipinos had actually, like I said, I'm pretty sure the Filipinos had come over, maybe because I had built a city on the Philippine Islands or something like that. And so the Filipinos, Germany needed better defenses or something like that. So, and it's photographed and documented, and it's on record basically. I believe the Filipinos were came over from the Philippine Islands and were building all the defenses along Germany. Those are the people who actually built the defenses. And I forget, some people say that they went in after they built the defenses and killed a bunch of Germans or something like that, but I don't really know. Anyway, though, but later on, so initially when America was first attacking Germany, they were trying to kill me, and it was JFK doing first strike or Nixon or whatever doing strikes on Germany because I own Germany and America. I named later on I would name America as Brian, but whatever, time space relevant. I don't really know. I don't really care. Paradoxical, whatever, blah blah. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, so that's why they were initially attacking Germany, I believe. And like I said, I was sitting in Germany or in Germany somewhere, and I would watch the planes come in and crash, and go, and I'd be like, "Ooh, look, free metal," which is basically all it was. And like I said, I think JFK was also chasing after Jackie at the time too. So, like I said, I don't really. That's what I remember basically. Is basically JFK was trying to kill Jackie or whatever, or something like that, because I had gotten her moved away from the White House or something like that, and away from JFK Nixon, and he was trying to go after her to kill her, and I was over there with her or something, or in Germany. Like I said, initially, because I owned several different countries, so initially I could basically, and Germany was my strongest country, so basically we were holed up in Germany, and basically, like I said, there were places, and I think I had most of the civilians underground. So anyway, so there, it's cramped living spaces, but there's great big mining stuff and lots of underground bunkers. So we're working on pop-up turrets and all kinds of stuff and auto feeders up to the turrets and all that and stuff like that. And so we were holed up in Germany, and like I said, the bombers, it was JFK or Nixon or someone getting the bombers to fly over. Like I said, the initial attack on Germany and the initial wars were all basically probably JFK or Nixon or someone. And that's why America was initially attacking Germany, like I say. And I was holed up and I would watch the bombers crash and basically be like, ooh, look, free metal. That stuff is very hard to get. It's so nice of them to be giving us so much metal. So the initial attack actually didn't actually even come from Brian or me. It was actually coming from the White House or JFK or Nixon. So, and time, space, relevant, whatever, so I was just like kicking it in Germany basically. So anyway, like I said, I owned both countries, and both countries were very powerful and very great. But China was what was coming up in power too, and blah blah blah. It was like, So that's basically, and like I said, initially the bombers couldn't get above 7,000 or 12,000 feet. Anyway, their cooled engines weren't all that powerful. Like if you look at them, they're not dual or three cone engines. They're just radial engines and just big pistons and stuff. And like I said, I think it was the Hell's Angels. I had given them the engine prototype from my Germany or something like that, and it had taken Howard Hughes or the American government basically 2 or 3 years to convert them over or figure them out. And then they were building them, whatever, blah 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 blah. And that's anyway, whatever. It's time space relevant, blah blah blah, all kinds of crap and bullshit. And like I said, Nixon was going, "I'll never die, I'll never grow old, the truth will never be known." Like climbing for that epicness, and it's like I had nuclear bombs since 1812, so that's why Germany had everything. And it's like it wasn't Hitler didn't have all that. Like Hitler just had whatever he could scrounge or whatever. I said eventually a bunch of people were trying to tell Hitler that he owned all of Germany or blah blah. But it's like, I built Germany. I was ruling Germany. I owned Germany. Not Hitler. Not Adolf. They named like 30,000 or 3,000 Adolf people named Adolf because whatever. I don't know. It's based on me or something like that. So I don't really care. It's like whatever. It was a bunch of orphanages or something like that. So anyway, and I was leader of Germany back then. So anyway, later on, I would eventually buy America and name America as Brian and blah blah. but time space relevant, blah, blah. I have no idea. Like I said, I don't care. I was I was a pawn in the great game of everything. Yeah, right. A lot of people would say that. No, I was a decider of everything, and just, a lot of things were happening. But, I mean, like I said, I mean, one leader of one country, or whatever. Like, it was kind of like, oh, whatever. Crazy. Shrug. Hey, whatever. He was a fucking lunatic. Insane. And like I said, mostly I believe it was the black people that were supporting JFK and putting everything into JFK and Nixon and Congo. It's like, oh. 5 people trying to rule the universe? Oh well. Anyway, that's why I say later on the 1.5s would come down and the exoskeletons, and eventually probably all 12 of my long old races would come in. It's like, even 250 million years isn't forever, and not as forever as me. So it's like, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. This is just the relevant portions that you might not understand about why and what and how. Like I said, all the cars, when the cars would go on those great big, like 12,000 mile, whatever, that was something I started. So, anyway, I was inventor and builder of cars. So, anyway, yeah, always rich, always pretty powerful. I mean, I'm the creator of humanity and 12 other life form types. The oldest ones, or some of the oldest ones. Anyway, hundreds of billions of years old. Like the exoskeletons were intelligent and around for over 1 billion years before in the exoskeletons. So a lot of people can say, it's not true, it's not true, it's not true. It's like, it's true, get over it. Whatever. Go ask somebody else. Find another life form type that's been in existence longer than me, which I was trying to find, and ask them what the fuck. So, till then, I don't really give a fuck. You can believe it or you cannot. But it basically very well explains what was going on with Germany and why America or Yankees Confederacy were attacking Germany. And like I said, realistically, it was mostly the black people or whatever that were attacking Germany or whatever. They did the biggest push from Africa. And like I said, they just went to Africa. Just basically every African in the whole world was around, blah, blah, blah. And then they just coalesced in Africa and basically took over the place and then went and tried to force their way into Germany. And anyway, I don't really know about them more than that. And like I said, yeah, I chummed the river. We chummed the river. We put fish there. We had 5 or 6 schools of sharks inside that one little place because of the fishing harbor anyway. So when the little land bridge where it goes from what's called to Spain, they tried to cross there and I figured they might. So anyway, so that was one of the epic battles where the black people or whoever people were trying, and I think JFK or some white people were there too. Anyway, they were trying to cross the river right there. And I was wondering if the sharks would actually eat them or bite them. I was like, well, in theory, it might work. So there's a lot of epic things about what I did and what happened, and so anyway, whatever. Yeah, and there's also some things with alligators and stuff like that too. Anyway, oh well. Anyway, I had a few things happen. So, if people are going to come to kill you, it's like, well, you can set things up a certain way. So, anyway, whatever. I don't really know. Anyway, like I said, it wasn't my fault. I really had not much to do with it. You'd have to refer to Nixon or some of the supposed powerful people in the world. Trumpy. Trumpy, get out of the house. Seriously? It was bad enough seeing them wear my LS cufflinks around. My gold LS cufflinks. Little cufflinks had LS on them. And silver cufflinks and watches and stuff. Bunch of people in my house. Oh, this is all nice. How do I look in my... Breaking into the creator's house. Of all the houses that you could have possibly picked, you had to pick mine. Oh, well. Whatever. Anyway, like I said, I evicted JFK Kennedy from my house. And had another house built for him just to be nice. But anyway, whatever. He wouldn't leave. Can you imagine that? How rude. Anyway, Trumpy. Oh, Trumpy. You're staying in Lucifer Whitestar's house, the creator of 12 races and 12 life form types, and you're not the creator. You're not blah, blah, blah. And what are you doing in my house anyway? And could you return the limo? Those were my Steam cars at the White House in the first place. Because I was a Steam, I had invested a lot and spent a lot of money on Steam. So all the Steam cars at the White House, yeah, those were my Steam cars. So if you don't mind, it's kind of rude. Could you stop lying? And could you hold off on the ice cream at night? Like he doesn't get any more ice cream. He's already fat enough. Like seriously, he needs to lose some weight. Such a bad image for me, really. Because he's supposed to be me, or his son's supposed to be me, or something like that. It's like, nope, not gonna be me, not me. Oh well. Yeah. So, yeah, and like I say, I named America, and there's crazy and there's whatever. Yeah, it didn't really work, Yeah. Yeah, so maybe someday you could just, Anyway, unless you want to end up like JFK. Remember the last guy that would leave my house? JFK, stole my car. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, so how many people are you gonna how many people are you bribing? So, I mean, you've already tried to nuke me. What else is next? Like I said, now that you know who I am. It's like, well, Yeah. Oh well. Someday I suppose they'll admit the truth. Probably not today.